Warning, the Rain Man Show contains discussions that are
49% geek,
51% dude.
Listener discretion is advised.
I feel so good, I feel so numb.
And now, from the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, welcome to the Rain Man Show.
Hello, everybody. This is Michael Flores, and you're listening to the Rain Man Show, RM Channel 001 on the Rain Man Digital Network. You can find us on Stitcher and iTunes. Just search Rain Man Show. Leave us reviews, give us thumbs ups, help us succeed, help us be better than we are, help us be seen by more eyes. I want to get paid. Thomas needs a new pair of pants. After stretching so far back on the last show, he tore a hole right through the pants.
It's all on Patreon.
Tony was wearing basketball pants, so he had the upper hand.
Hanging brain.
I think we need to do another contest where we have an actual contest where all the men and women of Rain Man Digital, we all sit in chairs in a row, much like, what's that game? Musical chairs. We all sit in chairs and we all see how far back our legs can go.
Okay.
My girls win.
Really? You think so?
Dude, Nicole's an aerial acrobat.
Oh,
that's some bullshit.
We need to get more photos of Nicole on the network.
Yeah, I met her once. Who the fuck?
Would it be douchey to grade them? Would it be douchey to grade them? Really?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to say it right now. I'm more of a Lauren guy.
Okay. I don't think that surprises anybody.
I like women that you have to like shut up with like a rag in their mouth. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
Bobby's laughing because he knows it's right. Say yes. Say yes for verbal evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Whatever.
Do not talk about the women of my show like that.
Treat them with some respect.
Yeah.
On this network.
Bobby looks angry a little bit too. He's like, don't you talk about them.
He's like, you put me in an odd place, Mike. I don't really want to
put me in an odd place where I got to smack you in the head.
Hey, you started it first.
I just said she's an aerial acrobat.
All I mentioned was spreading our legs for a contest. You're like, well, my girls will do better. So you started it. Although Nicole's an acrobat.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, she does the ribbons. Hangs from the roof.
Oh,
does
really?
Like the shows.
Does she do that Karma Sutra stuff from the ribbons too?
I can ask Steve.
No, ask her.
Okay.
In fact, can we call her right now?
We're starting like that, are we?
She's a great catch for this network. I mean, she works on, she's part of the Phoenix Comic Con.
Okay.
She's part of the decision-making team, right?
Yes.
Right, Bobby? And she's an acrobat. And she is short, thin, and blonde. She's 25, guys, and available.
So you're like reading the whole dating profile.
She's good. Swipe right, please, if you guys are interested. I'm going to put her on a Patreon tier. Can we put Nicole on a Patreon? You know what?
Is this just Mike spouting ideas about how to whore out the network?
Angelica will be a tier. Lauren will be a tier. And Nicole will be a tier. And just so that we're not accused of sexism,
Andrew.
We'll put Andrew on there as well. And perhaps Thomas. I think Ryan is clamored after a little bit more. I think by at least the Supernatural fans. At least the Supernatural fans.
Yeah,
At least they're the verbal crowd.
Yeah.
I know you get. I know you get some direct messages, as do I. See, the ladies that like us are more secretive. They're more like
they're just slipping in the DMs.
Yeah.
Like people get Ryan's cute, that kind of thing, or we love Ryan.
Well, everyone loves the retarded kid. You feel sorry for him.
Whereas the DMs are more.
Apparently, this show, I'm just going to lose the entire DCICW crew.
Fuck them, right?
This is where I break off.
See you later.
Main Man Digital.
Thanks for stopping by, Bobby.
I don't know. I think it would be cool, though. What if we were to get their consent first and do like
That's important.
Thanks.
And do a tier where we can like.
What are you going to offer people?
Yeah, exactly. What is the prize?
A date night with people on the host. People on the show.
People on the host?
Host? People on the host.
That would be the name of the t-shirt.
No, we'll do tiers for having a date night. We've always talked about it.
We wanted to do that with Ryan.
Yeah, I think we need to start with Ryan, see if it's a success.
No, I think we need to start with the two main hosts of DCNCW. Lauren likes the attention. I can tell. She gets happy when she reads Twitter accounts from guys who said they like her. I've seen her. And there's nothing wrong with that. I get excited when people like my show. It's just what you do. So I think we should try to maybe, for a good cause, maybe we'll mask it behind my my charity that I have, the Rain Man Digital Charity Foundation. We'll mask it behind good intentions.
I feel like this is like one of those recorded conversations that big PAC, super PAC companies have that then bring the whole thing down. We'll sell them to the third world nations, and then we'll just take the sex money and we'll just invest it.
You just have to act as if. And then you're in the clear. It's much like Anthony Weiner, who just doesn't give a shit. And he's like, yeah, I'm sexing a 60-year-old with my son right next to me.
Yeah, that's my dick.
I don't care. Yeah, he was resting his head on my lap while I had an erection. It's all right. I think as long as you were open about it, I think you can get away with it. I think people should admire my good work ethic, that I'm willing to be open and honest about it.
I'm willing to whore out other people for my gain.
Like a pimp.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm not going to put myself on a tier is because I don't want to be saddened by the fact that no one will buy me.
Subscribers.
Yeah. Zero. I'll make sure my mom does that. I'm like, Mom, can you please subscribe to my tier?
Mom, you want to go on a son-mom date?
Yeah.
That's not weird when you're in your 30s.
No, you don't go to dinner with your mom, Tom? You have a bad relationship with your mother, don't you, Thomas?
I don't have a bad relationship with my mom.
All right, for those of you that do not listen to the Supernatural The Crossroads show, we did a bonus podcast Patreon bonus show for June. And within 5 minutes of the show, we're talking about moms. And this isn't a show that you say these types of things. And he says, fuck my mom. Wow. And even Ryan was taken back. I'm like, when Thomas said my mom's a whore. Well,
I didn't say she was a whore.
I have the audio.
I thought I said she was a bitch.
Oh, okay, a bitch.
Yeah. That's totally, totally different connotation.
One's an attitude, one's an action.
Exactly. See, Bobby gets it.
So you have some aggression towards your mom. Do you want to talk about this? I think we need.
You want to lay down on the table?
So it all started when I was 14.
I think we need to talk about this.
I don't want to bore anybody.
You're not going to bore anybody, believe me, because I have I may not be wanted by anybody for a Patreon tier, but I am skilled at making people work on the show and dancing. I'm the Bruno.
Puppet master?
I'm the Bruno. Is that is he the name of the puppet master in Pinocchio? Bruno? Bruno the Great? Yeah, Bruno.
No, it's Geppetto.
No, Geppetto's the father. Bruno, the one who takes Pinocchio from his father and has them all smoke cigars and grow like donkey tails.
Horrifying segment of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me get you relaxed, okay? Let me get you comfortable, okay?
Okay.
Turn down the lights.
Oh, God, this again.
Wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Let me get you something more conducive with...
Come on.
Hold on.
Crime thriller?
Let's bear with it. All right. I'm taking you back. I want you to relax, Thomas.
Okay.
And tell me about your mother a bit. Like, why the sudden aggressive nature towards your mom? Because you've never been this aggressive towards your mom.
Yeah, that's true. The 100% legit truth is that I'm trying to move, and my mom's in real estate. So everything that I'm doing, every way I've taken care of the house, the landscaping, everything I've done, how I managed the move, what day it was planned, has been wrong. And so it's been one of those, every time I talk to her, it starts out with a fucking argument about, well, you should have done this, and had you talked to your brother, or had you done this, it
so it's the current state of the relationship. Now, do you have a better relationship with your mom than, say, your brother?
Yes, by and large.
Okay, so who is the favorite son?
Me.
Really?
Well, it depends on what it is.
Until she hears this.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to send it.
Right. Normally,
have you seen his mom, Bob?
No, she hot.
She's kind of attractive. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty taken back. And I forget that moms are so young because I'm 37.
Like, yes.
You know what I mean?
We're at that age where some of these guys...
Well, Thomas is, what, 24?
26.
He's 26. So that means his mom is maybe in her late 40s? Or late 40s?
Mid-50s.
Really?
So she's holding up.
Can I put her on a Patreon tier? And I'll purchase it. It'll just be one patron only. Does she have a boyfriend currently?
She does, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Be faithful.
I know Bobby's helping me.
I was like, what's that got to do with Mike? Yeah.
Let's get back to you, Thomas. Let's get back to you.
Normally, I am, like, quote, the favorite. The difference is I've had serious financial struggles in the last year or two.
Really?
Where my brother...
But you've been doing good, I thought, financial. Like, you've been doing good with your career. Oh, 2 months. So.
The last 2 months with the new job, things have been all right.
Right.
Before that, it was seriously needed parents' help just to fucking keep the lights on.
But that's weird because it's weird because you had a good job though. You had like a good.
I had a steady job.
A job that people usually want.
But spoiler alert, doesn't fucking pay.
Yeah, good. You guys can have it.
Yeah, I got a monetary reward for hard work in the 2 months I've been at my new job, which was more than any Christmas bonus in 3 years combined at the previous place.
Wasn't your Christmas bonus this year getting fired?
Yeah.
Wow.
12 days before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
On the 12th day of Christmas.
Jeez.
A pink slip.
Yeah. Does this affect your relationship with Randy at all? Like, meaning, does she like, I thought I was, dating a big shot radio guy, and then next thing I know, he has no job.
That part
for a quarter of our relationship, because essentially you had no job for a quarter of your relationship. You realize that, right?
About an eighth.
No, a quarter.
It's... You'll have to ask her.
That's how good Thomas is in bed.
Yeah.
Money doesn't matter. Jobs don't matter.
Yeah.
Laying that dick down matters.
6.9, I guess, matters.
You can ask her. Get that inside scoop.
6.9 allows under 20K for salary.
Jeez. I wish Maggie was like that.
So my brother has been better off financially because his girlfriend makes fucking money.
Well, hold on a second. I mean, with that line of thinking, with that ratio to, penis size to financial income ratio, I mean, so if you have 1.5 inches, well, let's go by tens. So 1.9, you would have to make what, 100K a year to make your woman happy. If you only work
1.9, you need to make more than 100K a year.
Well, we're going by your ratio here. If you're 6.9, and I don't want to give away too much, so let's keep it.
It's just the 6.9.
No, it's 6.9.
No, I'm saying there's other talents I have in the bedroom.
No, it doesn't matter. In this scenario, we're only dealing with...
So you're saying you can use your mouth in many ways.
Yes, thank you, Bobby.
That's spoken like a true man with a small penis.
I'm just saying, I'm throwing that into the ring as well.
Listen, when you have a big D, sometimes you just got to worry about the big D. So, okay, let's go to that ratio. So if you're 1.9, then how much money do you need to make in order to pacify your significant other, whether it be a male or female? Let's not be, gender eccentric.
If almost 2 inches?
Yeah, 1.9, Thomas.
I think you need to be bringing in well over 6 figures.
See, this is where Andrew would pay to come in and say, yeah, if you're 1.9, you better be bringing in 120.
You need to take care of somebody.
Okay, so 1.9, you got to make about 120K?
I'd say more even, but...
Really?
2 inches, dude.
So
think about that. Really think about that.
How big is 2 inches?
The first segment of your finger is an inch.
Is that 2 inches, like the cap of the pen?
Like that.
I like how Thomas puts up his big ass finger and goes, the front of my tip of my finger is 2 inches.
His finger's like 7 inches.
Yeah.
He has like, his phalanges look like tree beards. Like
limbs. So let Bobby do it.
Yeah,
then.
This is the guy who's over here eating a cantaloupe like a fucking apple.
I'm telling you, he's the tree beard from Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Okay, so 2.9, then you got to make maybe under 100?
Just barely.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you're at 4.9, you can make, the
60, average,
70.
We've talked about this point countless times. What's the average penis length? I mean, because if you're average...
Hard or soft?
I would assume hard.
I think most inches... let's be honest, most of us measure hard.
Yeah.
So
Because I heard when they do like
average.
those scientific studies, they're not like fucking fluffing people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The average erect penis...
Can we turn this music off?
What it's like this weird Asian...
The average length of a flaccid penis is 3.61 inches, while the average length of a erect penis is 5.16. The average girth is 3.66 inches for flaccid and 4.69.
Did you just add a bunch of numbers after the decimal?
Yes.
He developed a list right there.
3.666666.
Well, it's continuing.
You have to round to the nearest 10.
No, it's continuing.
It's E on the calculator?
Yes. And then 4.69 for a hard penis.
Wait, what is the average?
For the girth.
Oh, wait, hold on. What's the average length?
Average length is 5.16.
See, okay, that's surprising because that's not like you're not letting.
No, that's smaller on my phone.
Really? And you have the iPhone 6 Plus.
Yeah.
7 Plus.
7 Plus.
7 Plus. So, ladies and gentlemen out there listening,
Lay your dick on your iPhone and see where you go.
Or just look at the length of your iPhone 6 Plus, 7 Plus, and say, hey, will that satisfy you out there? Because that's the average.
And can you take the square?
So stupid. I mean, okay, in retrospect, as long as you're not too thin, that isn't actually too bad.
No, that's longer than the average.
Oh, I thought you said it was...
No, my phone is bigger than the average.
So where's the... Well, show me on the phone then, 'cause that's easier.
Show me on the phone where he touched you.
Pull a penis up on your phone. It's so stupid. So, getting back to your mom.
Oh, jeez.
I got to get you back into the mood. Hold on.
All this dick talk.
Okay, so you and your mom, is it repairable, the relationship?
Oh, yeah, it's temporary.
Okay.
This whole riff, essentially. The thing is, my brother was making more money than me. His girlfriend was making more money than everyone we knew combined.
Damn, she's a catch.
She's computer science programming engineer, something or other.
Is she super hot?
There might be two of those
she's
people
attractive.
in this room.
She's like a sister to me, so don't ask me that.
Oh,
one.
bullshit.
I've known her for a long
What does that have to do with? That's such a lie.
Thomas is such a pussy sometimes.
What's her name? Let me look her up.
I'm not telling you.
What's her Facebook profile?
The point is, they were making the kind of money.
I can tell Thomas is lying too because he won't look at me. Like when he said she's not attractive, his eyes went the other direction, and I can tell when people lie because that's what they do. Yeah, I've whacked it to her on a lonely night. It's okay.
No.
Stop!
I heard them having sex in the next room, and when she started moaning.
All right, so speaking of the silly talk, porn has taken a strange turn. And I know that's an odd statement because porn has always been out there. But I've noticed of late, and it has nothing to do with my searches. I know people say it's based on your searches because I'm not into this type of stuff. But I've noticed that there's a lot more stepdaughter, stepfather, stepmother, stepbrother porn popping up, being made more and more and being produced more and more by
why?
Why?
Game of Thrones.
You think that's what it is?
I almost guarantee that's what it is.
I mean, it is reviewed by millions. It is.
Cersei Lannister is hot.
And so is the other dude. For a dude. He's an attractive dude.
I don't even know how to say his real name.
Nobody does.
Is attractive.
I don't think it's like Yahweh. No one knows how to really pronounce it.
I almost guarantee that had an influence on that. But people don't want to be that weird, so they put the step part in.
It's just odd to me because every porno now is about stepdaughter, stepfather. And if you're going to go that route, and I know I'm not one of those people who watch porn for the story. However, I do want a little bit of disbelief and believability. A little bit. A little bit.
If you're going to involve yourself in a fetish that requires some sort of storytelling, you don't want it to be 100% bullshit.
Yeah, and they're kind of just dialing it in now, which sounds like I'm now reviewing porn. We've now approached a new benchmark in Rain Man Show where I'm reviewing porn. But I find it unappealing when you have okay, so you have the female, let's say she's the stepmother, right?
Okay.
Then you have the stepson, all right, and he's the one who ends up having sex with his mother, and his father, okay, his father is out by the pool, right?
Uh-huh.
They go out to the pool. He goes out to the pool to say hi to his father. Say, hey, I'm here to, pick up, the check, the money you owed me, whatever, pay the rent, whatever it may be. And the wife or the stepmother is laying out by the pool next to the father. Next thing you know, the father suddenly passes out as if someone gave him a Bill Cosby Quaalude. He just suddenly passes out.
Uh-huh.
You cannot wake him if a 9.9 earthquake were to rock the very bedrock beneath this town, it would not wake him up. Okay? The stepmom snaps her fingers above his eyes. She does the whole, are you really asleep thing, tries to scare him to wake him up. This all takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Meanwhile, my penis is out. So stupid. And I'm waiting for this story to unfold, but it's odd because then they proceed to start having sex. There's
no build up.
She quickly seduces the son.
But hey.
Who is very... Oh, come on. No, don't. Please come on to me. My father's right there. Meanwhile, he's not whispering. He's talking out loud. The father is in some weird coma.
My dad might hear us.
Yeah, he's in what's the REM sleep where you can't wake up no matter what? Like, he's in stage 3 REM sleep, obviously, suddenly. Usually it takes you like...
hour and a half.
Yeah, right? So he's suddenly in that REM sleep. But you can't wake him up. Nope. And they start fucking on top of him. And he never wakes up! Does that really do anything for somebody?
Like, they do it on top of him?
Yeah, or they'll be really close to him, like, and the whole entire chair is hitting his chair, and he won't wake up. Every once in a while, he'll do one of those yawns, like he got startled a bit, but for some reason, the eyes doesn't make contact. Apparently, he has no peripheral vision.
Well, he's in a coma.
So you're limiting this to the stepmother part of this.
Yeah, so the stepmother...
Not even getting to the stepbrother, stepsister porn.
No, because that's also very prevalent nowadays. Have you noticed that? That's very prevalent.
Both of them are, though. The one stepmother thing I see is where she's waking up in the morning and they, like, brush against each other, then start having sex, and she's like, your dad never does me like this. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like
I need my porn to have a little bit of more realism.
Yeah.
Because I know that sounds silly, but you gotta put yourself in a moment. And the chances of me having sex next to my father, who's Helen Keller, next to a hot wife, who I want to have sex with, my stepmother, which I definitely wouldn't. I mean, you have to sell me on this. Yeah. You have to sell me. You have to be essentially a glistening white boy who's poor coming to my door selling me citrus cleaners that I don't need.
The bug killing.
You have to sell me bug cleaner.
I can also spray something else in my mouth, Michael.
Yeah, if you want me to taste it, you have to sell it to me.
That's not the only thing that's citrus.
But has anybody else noticed that? Does anybody? Okay, yeah, so it's not just me.
No. If for me, there's two.
Are there just more sickos?
There's two different mentalities.
Or is that sicko? Because I don't know. First off, it's very hard maybe for me to put this into perspective because I've known my stepmom since I was 3. She's essentially my mother. So maybe I can't get into it because of that. But I guess if your dad was to marry suddenly a hot person and you're 18, 17 years old, I can imagine that would do damage on a teenage hormonal child. Like, oh my God, my dad's new wife is hot.
Like, it's not so awkward looking at her nipples through her shirt because it's really not my mom.
Right.
Oh my God, I feel like that's an insight to Bobby's life.
Now I'm jealous a bit. Like, I kind of wish I had that scenario.
See,
I'm envious. I'm a bit envious.
Yeah?
Yeah, just a bit.
I agree with you, though. I think there's two mentalities. You just want to see people having sex. You're not really setting up for anything.
Right.
Or you want a little bit of that disbelief. You're like, yeah, maybe I could see myself in this situation kind of thing. The sibling stuff's different. But I think it
really, the stepsister one is different.
Are you into that?
Not really. I think it just completely. I've watched it,
but I'll beat off to it.
Wait, hold on, Thomas. Hold on.
People having sex.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
And I know
you're not really into it. You said
not really.
Okay, well, tell me about it. Like, what would make you really into it?
Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister, right?
So stupid. I don't know.
I think it's the complete disbelief factor. Like you said, the earth could open up and eat the dad. Fucking tremors could happen at that pool.
Graboids.
And you're just like, oh, wow, so weird. We better keep fucking. Yeah. Like, you're just like, that's stupid.
Part of me wants him to wake up. Cuckold syndrome. Be like, wake up. I'm banging your wife over here, Pops. Wake up. I think the porn is out of hand.
They're just getting lazy.
I think we need to bring some Spielbergs into the porn industry and get some cutting edge porn. Let's do this.
Schindler's List.
I heard Phil Lord and Chris Miller are looking for a job. The Han Solo director. Tony's very quiet during this hour. He's
looking at porn.
Yeah, I'm looking at porn. Leave me alone.
The Rain Man Show will be right back.
I ate a bunch of... Have you ever wanted something so bad that you do just about anything for it? Well, that's exactly how we feel about you. That's right. AdamandEve.com wants you so bad. We're giving you 10 free gifts with your first order. You heard me right. That's 10 free gifts to spice up your love life. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, an adventurous toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. That's 10 free gifts for you shy types who've never tried Adam and Eve before. Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code DEAL30 at checkout and you'll get all 10 free gifts, including free shipping. That's offer code DEAL30. That's DEAL30 at adamandeve.com.
All right, Patreon. Patreon.com/RainMan Digital is the place to go for your additional Rain Man Digital content. And yes, we are now opening up a tier starting, I want to say, it's going to be late July, early August. We will be starting a new tier that'll be specifically for Rain Man. Due to popular demand, wanting more additional shows, we will be making that possible. So we will still do the best of video cast, but we're going to be doing 3 to 4 more additional shows for Patreon subscribers, specifically for the Rain Man tier, $12 a month. Cheaper than
any of the hosts?
Yeah.
Because we're all a bunch of cheap.
Yeah, we're cheap prostitutes.
Yeah.
We like living in the red light district, and we're going to continue doing that type of content for you.
Maybe that'll be the name of it. From the red light district.
So patreon.com/RayMan Digital. Head over there. Start contributing now so we can get there sooner.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Rain Man Show on Rain Man Digital with your host, Michael Flores.
The song came out.
Are you sure this time?
Yeah, I'm sure this time.
I think Dustin was getting annoyed. I had to talk to him today. He's all, I don't know what these people want.
Well, but one, he went off and did whatever the fuck he wanted to begin with.
No. I talked to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I talked to him. I said, dude, based on the conversation I just had with him, talk to Bobby and Thomas. But what I figured that they wanted was do an intro while you're walking into like they're walking into an arcade. And I said, like the Tron bit. Because all of us like that, except Thomas. And I said, like the Tron, you walk into the place, you turn on the game, you get sucked in, all you hear all the sounds of the video games. And then go into a high, like, video game type, dubstep, EDM type song, because that's what you wanted, Bob. It was a good call with the voice. Like, changing it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That really, we only had him change the voice, and I argued against Tron just because I didn't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's more of a movie thing than it is a gamer thing at this point.
Yeah.
Because he didn't. I tried to name it Flint's
Meanwhile-
Arcade too. I don't know what you're talking about.
Meanwhile,
Dude, you're such a child.
dude, Tron was.
And I think that's what Dustin said. Like, he didn't talk shit, but he's like, Thomas is a child. He doesn't, I don't think he understands it.
Yeah, no, I know the movie, but I don't care. And frankly, that was a misrepresentation of video games. I get it was cool for the time, but
simmer down.
Cage the Elephant blew the fuck up because of Borderlands and that intro song.
Cage the Elephant was big before that fucking Borderlands song.
I know. That's why I started laughing, because Dustin said that. And I'm like, he wanted the Borderlands song. And I'm like, dude, that song is so much bigger than
It's
that
a
video
good
game.
fucking
Yeah, why didn't you do like...
No, it is a good song. But
why
it's
didn't you
bigger
put
than-
White Stripes in there? They were in front of some video games.
I just like it because times
Zeppelin was in front of Rock
like
Band.
this, you realize how younger Thomas is than everybody else. You
Yep.
know, like his reference for a good song is from a video game.
That's not my reference for a good song, you ass.
You just said the song was from Borderlands.
That's where I first heard Cage the Elephant.
Is that the first time you ever
I've
heard that
never-
song?
No.
Until I worked at
Didn't
the
you
radio
work for a
sta-
radio station?
Until I worked there, dude, I had gone to one concert in my life. Music has never been a huge part of my life.
Really?
Yeah, it just really isn't.
There's like Guitar Hero, how I was so upset about 5 years ago, with the resurgence of all these hardcore rock songs that kids never heard before. And you'd go to YouTube, oh, this song is dope. I heard it for the first time when I was
Guitar
playing
Hero.
Guitar Hero. I
Yep.
was like, fuck you.
The best thing about Guitar Hero was when Zeppelin came out and said, you guys, if you want to learn how to play our songs, go pick up a real fucking guitar.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I get the
It's a little
argument, but at the
cranky.
same
It's a little
time-
cranky old man, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Touche.
Touche, but at the same time, at least it brought good music to a new generation.
And I agree with that. And that's why
Rather
some
than-
of the
That's why,
Have you-
that's why
have you
Guitar
seen-
Hero can't make any music right now.
Did you
because
see
there
the
is
newest
nothing.
Guitar fucking hero?
No.
That
It's
abomination.
true.
We'll talk about it.
Is it EDM?
Dude, Rihanna's on it.
Oh. Oh, come on.
I'm not even shitting
Rihanna's
you.
hot, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
She gets a hot pass.
No.
She gets the
not for
Rain Man
Guitar
show.
Hero. Not when you don't even get to see her.
She gets the Rain Man show hot pass.
Doesn't matter. And close my eyes and see her.
Yeah.
Jack off.
Oh, she's one of the hottest women right now. All right,
She
let's
is.
get into the show. Are you guys
we
ready?
weren't doing the show.
No, but I'll find a way for this to go in, though. All right, here we
Oh,
go.
Behind the scenes.
the whole thing's recording.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes audio.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Rain Man Show. If you miss any part of this show and you gotta hear every part of it, please head over to iTunes or Stitcher and just search Rain Man Show. Add us to your favorites, like us, leave a review, tell us how much you love Thomas and how far back you want his legs to spread on that Patreon tier that we're going to be doing very soon in the near
Need
future.
a stretch.
or how far back you want your legs to spread because of Thomas.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that. No
I
wonder.
still need to stretch.
So because it's so hot here, I think it's humorous and funny how there's a sense of disbelief. There's more disbelief on how hot it is than there is with your stepdad laying next to you in a coma while you're having sex with his wife. Because I get messages from listeners every year when they see the news saying it's 100 and some degrees. They're like, "Is it really that hot right now over there in Phoenix?" And I'm like,
yes.
Absolutely. I had a message tagged in a Facebook post by Jane Smith, one of our avid listeners of the network and Patreon subscriber. And apparently there was a news report in Australia, that's where she's from, that Phoenix the report was like ridiculous weather in a town in United States called Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
You have to realize Phoenix is, in the grand scheme of things, it's Phoenix, Arizona, a town when you're living in Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not New York or Los Angeles.
Right.
So the news report was like a town in the United States in Arizona called Phoenix is having ridiculous weather to where there's people putting cameras on items watching them melt in the heat because it's so
It was
effing
120
hot.
last Wednesday.
Yeah, man, that is just brutal. And I started thinking, because I'm always thinking about the network, always thinking about the show, always thinking about Patreon, and I figured for a segment for our best of, and I'm going to do it live on the air, what we need to do, because the studio gets really hot. The studio gets really hot. Unfortunately, there's not the air conditioning in the studio when you're combating the degrees of 120 degree weather. It's hard to combat that with an air conditioner that's an add-on on an addition. The studio's built as an addition. So the air conditioning isn't great.
Right.
So it's working really hard. And there's a part of the studio. The studio is broken into three parts. We have the main studio where we do the show. Then we have the editing room. Then we have the ADR booth. And it's also the entrance of the studio where everybody walks through. There is zero air conditioning that goes in that room. It's literally about a 20-degree difference. Would you say, Thomas?
Oh, easily.
So if it's 75 degrees in the studio, it's probably 95 in that little ADR room.
Yeah.
There's no circulation, no air conditioning ducts in that studio. So I keep the door shut, and I really don't use that room during the summertime.
You can't.
But I started thinking, I want to get my money's worth. I mean, I report this on my taxes every year. The square footage of the studio is reported, so I might as well use it year round. So I figured it's so hot in there. How can I make a bet for the show?
Who are you going to torture?
I'm going to put Andrew in that room. And we already know Andrew's BO is horrible. As we know from
Sometimes that's the fucking cheese he brings in.
Well, no. Do you remember the Phoenix Comic-Con last year, how bad he reeked?
Yeah, I do.
And everybody, even your girlfriend, who was brand new at the time, even vocalized it and said, "Oh, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know who it was."
Yeah.
It was so bad you checked yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was so bad you couldn't breathe. And and you're right, Bobby. I found myself when you guys weren't looking. I was like, I was sticking my nose and I was doing the quick sniff.
Yeah.
I was doing the superstar maneuver. Trying to see if it was me because it's so bad. You believe it's you because it feels like it's
so
on you.
close.
It's clinging to you like an alien symbiote. It's on you.
So it's got to be you, right?
It's taking over. It feels like it's you. So I figured, let's use this. We all had to smell it. We all had to deal with it. So let's utilize it to the benefit of the show. So what I want to do is I want Andrew to take a shower for the show. Full, brand new, fresh, clean. No jizz-stained shorts. I want deodorant.
Oh, God.
I want, maybe not cologne. That might mask it too much.
No, you don't want to set him in the mood.
I didn't even put deodorant on him.
I want, no deodorant?
No, we want the essence of Andrew.
Okay.
We want to bottle this shit.
The essence of Andrew. That's a Patreon tier.
Oh, God.
And we put him in that room. We'll put a mic in there and we'll put a camera. Okay? We shut the door and he's going to do the entire show in there.
Until he passes.
In that room.
He will die.
No. And what I want to do is I want to see, and it's not punishment necessarily, but I want to see how long it takes for him to start stinking.
So you're going to reupholster the wall then, right?
I want to cook him, basically. How many degrees does it take to start getting the essence of Andrew to come through? You know how, like, when you're a cooker,
yeah.
you cook,
A chef?
No, he's a barbecuer. You barbecue on the regs.
When you say cooker, I thought meth.
So stupid.
I could probably do that too. It's all cooking.
You are an avid barbecuer.
Yes.
So just like when you barbecue, there's sometimes you can look at the meat and figure out if it's fully done. Sometimes you taste it, and sometimes you know by the smell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll know Andrew's up and he's fully cooked by the smell.
Once it permeates into the editing room, is that it?
Yeah.
What's going to be worse, the moldy hand or Andrew?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we going to get him to sign a disclaimer just in case he passes out?
Probably not a bad idea.
Do you think he would pass out in there? Do you think
he's
it's that?
dainty.
It is 20 degrees difference.
He's like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
He's like a dog.
Well, we'll give him fresh air and water. David's got to go in there and check the camera to make sure it's running from time to time.
Open the door. Oh, God, he's dead.
No, we'll hear. Believe me,
Just hear him mopping up water in a bowl.
Nothing will prevent Andrew from being a vortex.
That's true.
So I say we.
All right, let's do it.
So we're going to be doing it. When we get back from our break, we're taking
like 84.
Remember, we're taking about a week and a half off so that we can redo the studio. We're making some changes. Holy shit! What was that, Bobby?
That's one of the changes. Something Bobby just broke.
So we're going to be making some changes. So we'll be off the air for about a week and a half, roughly, maybe 10 days. And when we come back, I want to do that show. That will be the show we come back to.
Okay.
And it'll also be a Patreon video best of as well. And that'll all obviously be on that Patreon tier. I think it'll be fun.
I think it'll be fun.
We need to do something. It's been a while since we've done. What's the last event we did with Ryan?
Water jizzing in the face.
What show was that?
The Katy Perry, the anniversary show.
The anniversary show was the last event we did. We need to do something big again, and I think that's a good one. Then followed by that, I think we need to do the chili pepper challenge.
Is that the one where you shove it up his butt?
No.
We should make him eat the chili pepper, then go in the room. He'll sweat his ass off.
No, that'd be fun too. No, I want to be fair. I want to truly find out how long it takes for him to get stinky, because it was horrible. It was a horrible smell.
Yeah, it was.
So I want to find out who's going to be the sniff checker, though. That's the thing. We need to find out who's going to be the checker, the sniff checker.
It fucking me.
Somebody has to draw straws.
You're going to do it?
No.
Oh,
Greg wants to be part of the show.
Let him do it.
Sacrifice him to the wolves. Fuck it.
Like when Tony finally speaks up, he's like, fuck. I'm like, let Greg do it. Immediately try to. What if we draw straws?
No, since Dave's going to be there, why not have him do it?
Draw straws.
We're going to draw straws. We're going to make it even that much funner. Everybody in the studio that night, which will be, I'm going to volunteer Bobby. Bobby will be there.
You should make $1 Patreon tier. The person with the lowest dollar amount has to smell.
Oh.
For everybody, like $1 tier for like Thomas, $1 tier for,
and then all the listeners vote.
That's too much effort.
Whoever's the lowest person has to smell.
That would work if we wanted to take time to promote.
If we had more time, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to take that much time. But that's
we
need to do that for another thing, another event. That would be amazing. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is.
Like, if you love me, don't make me smell.
So we'll draw straws live on the air. We'll have Maggie do it, so that's fair.
Yeah, I don't trust you to do that.
Yeah, she doesn't like me either, so it would make sense. So we'll do draw straws between me, you,
right,
Tony.
Oh, really?
Come on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Tony's like, I'm quiet over here. Leave me out of this.
And then Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby, of course. And fair. Then who else is in the
David
too.
Be there for video.
Well, Dave's gonna have to do it anyways. He's gonna have to.
Maybe he's exempt because he has to do it anyway.
He's not exempt.
He's got to do it anyway.
As his brother, I say yes.
Okay, all right. So he won't just do video. He'll also have to put his nose in Andrew's armpit, because that's what happens.
I am not.
We need
in this
vomit
one
bags
now.
ready,
No,
dude.
Tony.
Dude, I'm sick that
we're
day.
drawing straws. You got to do. Look, I usually
Andrew might get turned on. Are you kidding?
nose and armpit. You might like that.
Andrew might get turned on.
Well, then so be it. Usually I don't take part in gags, and I'm willing to take part in this gag.
All right.
So if I'm doing it,
Oh God,
everyone's got to do it. I think it'll be fun.
this will be gross.
Now, whoever's the first person to love us and do a $400 tier, then we will not do it. We'll forego the entire event.
Dude, I got $400.
All right.
I'll help you out.
Oh, $250 each. All right, we might forego
Your
this.
math is real good.
Oh wait, that's $500. I upped it.
That's Rain Man math.
All right, we need to move to the news. Bob, are you ready for the news?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, let's do this. Let me get your music or Andrew's music.
And now it's time for news with
Bobby.
Andrew.
ISIS fighters are given passports to paradise in a desperate bid to convince them that they will be rewarded with virgins in the afterlife.
That's definitely a good selling
Wait,
technique.
ISIS is giving their own guys these? Is that the
Passports to heaven, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
like when I went to Legoland and got a driver's license?
Yes. ISIS militants.
Essentially, ISIS members are children.
ISIS militants have been issuing passports to heaven
You dumb
to
idiots.
to encourage members to carry out suicide attacks
And these are the people we're afraid of.
and to keep control in the self-declared capital of Iraq. Copies of the passports were discovered by Syrian defense forces in newly liberated neighborhoods of the northern Syrian city, and the photos of the documents were posted on to social media. Brainwashed extremists believe that they'll be rewarded with virgins in paradise if they die protecting the Islamic State. ISIS has handed out the documents reading passports to heaven to motivate fighters to carry out suicide attacks in hopes of convincing them that they will do.
How have we not? Essentially, we're fighting against third graders.
Children.
How have we not defeated them yet?
I really don't know.
I mean, basically, we're playing a game of hide and seek, and we're the adults, and we can't defeat them. We can't find them. They're hidden.
They're in the vents.
They're hidden. We're seeking. We can't find them. How dumb are we?
There's a strong argument that we're fucking stupid.
Yeah. What else does it say?
The professionally printed green and gold books contain scriptures from the Quran in English and Arabic
That's legit. That's legit then.
to encourage fighters to carry out the attacks, using explosive belts or driving bomb-laden cars into crowded locations, according to Russian TV channel RT Arabic.
I hate ISIS.
You too?
It's a bold statement.
It is very polarizing, very controversial.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, I mean, I think I hate them more than any organization, past or present. And I'd even say more. This is where it's going to get controversial.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Say it.
Maybe
Just say it.
I
That
hate
father porn?
I think I hate I think I hate them more than Nazis, and I'll tell you why.
Nazis had a cool dress code.
So
Yeah, they dress really
at
snazzy.
least they made Indiana Jones flicks.
They did.
At least they made good villains.
Nazis,
Yeah.
Nazis don't have bad body odor too. They're
Oh,
clean.
Jesus.
They're clean.
Jesus.
And this is the non-white guy speaking here.
Seriously, they're clean. You look at ISIS; they're always dirty.
Oh my God.
They're always dirty. They're not. They're unkempt. They're like raggedy. They're like homeless.
They're street rats, if you will.
Nazis. They're like ready to walk down the runway. They're like, oh
Ken
yeah,
doll-
let's
Ken
go.
dolls, if you will.
They
Yeah.
are fabulous.
Yeah, they do.
ISIS has no culture.
No.
They don't. Like, people may say, oh, they've been there forever. Yeah, they've been there forever in the desert, making no history.
In holes.
Like, yeah, they don't make anything. They go around destroying
Yeah.
beautiful monuments of our past just because they're hateful. They blow up their women. They kill their daughters. I mean, they're a horrible... Why do we not drop the bomb on them? I'm an avid believer in it. I'm against nuclear weapons. I honestly think, no, don't think. If I was the president of the United States of America, I would tell everybody in occupied areas of ISIS, everyone get out of this country.
You got a week?
You have 2 weeks. I'll give them 14 days.
2 weeks.
You have 14 days to get out of Mecca.
You give them that much of a...
Yeah, point your nose north. Where do they go for Mecca? Where
East?
East.
Yeah.
Point your nose east. Head towards Mecca. If you're innocent, you'll leave. Leave. We'll pay every single one of you $100,000 if you leave.
I'm totally out.
So I'm going to make sure everybody who's innocent is out. I'm going to give you $150,000 to leave. Each member of your family. The United States can afford it.
Damn.
Leave. You're done. Just like in poor neighborhoods, what happens? What do these businesses do? These corporations that come in and buy out these homes, what do they do? They pay these poor Mexican Berta to leave. Berta leaves when she's handed a $50,000 check for a new home.
Then they moved to Tucson.
And we moved to Tucson and buy a new home in a complex. I make tamales for my son every day now. No more washing dishes for the white man. You pay them just like that. Consider it just like a corporation coming in, buying up real estate. Pay every member to get out. And what do you do when that one old fuck doesn't leave? You break his knees. You break his knees. You kill his wife. Whoa. And you take the home anyways. So we're the United States. We do it anyways. Let's not pretend.
So we go Godfather on their ass.
Yes. We give them we will put a horse's head in their bed.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
And say, listen, you're not leaving the desert. We've told you to leave. It's 165 degrees here. You got to be crazy if you want to be here anyways. It's beyond the Andrew barometer. So stupid. Is that what it's called? The barometer, whatever it's called?
We call it whatever we want.
Sure.
Okay. Was that wind?
That's wind.
I don't know. I don't know science. What is science?
You're thinking thermometer.
The andrometric pressure.
Barometer.
Barometer. There we go. Thank you. And we just bomb the fuck out of the Middle East. Get rid of it. It doesn't need to exist. And anyone that stays, they believed in Allah. And we'll prove to them, just like we did the Japanese, that the emperor was not a god. We proved to the Muslims, the radical Muslims, ISIS, who chose to stay. They're done. We silenced, even though it's a travesty in retrospect in terms of what we did to Japan, but it did end the war. It saved millions of lives. There's an argument
who knows
there.
The history knows how many lives on both ends it saved.
Yeah, it was horrible, but it did save lives. I would do the exact same thing.
All the other shit that happened in World War II was fucking horrible.
It's time to end them. These are people who believe in magical passports that send them to heaven where they're going to fuck virgins. First off, who wants to fuck virgins? That's problem number one. Nobody wants to have sex with virgins.
But there's 36 of them.
Who cares?
72.
How about 72 sluts? Give me 72 sluts,
Give me one slut.
I may believe in that passport. Allah. I think
I just need a couple 3 inputs.
The sales pitch is completely wrong. 72 sluts, and you may have me believing in that magical passport. And I may stay for the atomic bomb.
So drop the bomb on them and write on the bomb, here's your virgins.
Yeah.
Enjoy the virgins.
I hate ISIS. They're the only group, I think, that I can legitimately say I loathe them.
Yeah. I think anybody can
They're
say that.
worthless. They have no culture. They have no history. They're organization of angry,
terrible dressers.
They wear robes and they're
no
smelling.
No hygiene.
They're an organization of misogynist men, predominantly, that are just filled with anger.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Bobby.
Pasture slams fidget spinners as the work of Satan as they
God.
make children do the sign of the devil.
Can we just drop a nuclear bomb on all pastures?
As it makes children do what now?
The sign of the devil.
The horns.
The horns.
The thing that's been socially acceptable at rock concerts since fucking Dio.
Or Texas Longhorns.
Well, hold on. We're also skipping past the fact that conveniently the fidget spinner, if you choose to spin it that way, you make a devil symbol. There's various ways you could spin that thing. You could spin it like this with 2 fingers. You could do the clip maneuver. You know?
Pinching it? What
Yeah,
do you do?
you don't never do the pinch on the clip?
Pinch? No.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do one of those.
You got to like flick it, then you pinch it.
No. You do the flick to lighten it up.
You flick the bean.
You flick it to warm it up.
Wake it up.
And
It's too hard.
then you just sometimes just put your like that.
Well, just a little pressure.
See, Bobby. See, grown adults, men know this.
Grown
Thomas.
adults flick it
Hey,
like
no.
it's a goddamn bug.
Hey, guys with
Men flick it and really don't give a shit.
guys with less than 6.9, no tricks.
Exactly, Thomas.
Yeah, especially priest.
Yeah.
Especially priests.
Men who've given up on life have basically resorted to flicking and then playing a cricket violin.
I know.
On the
That just looks painful, what you're doing right there.
No. It's like a slow thing.
It looks like you're trying to tweeze something.
Try it. Randy, if you're listening, tell Thomas to try it.
Don't even got to try. Like, just put your thumb in there
You
for
just
pressure.
do this.
No, that's
Look at-
different than what he's
no, it's
fucking
not.
doing.
No, look at Tom.
All right, what are we doing here?
I'm going to shoot some video of this as proof.
Like,
Bobby, come shoot video.
okay, hold on.
I'm just saying, what you're doing right there looks like a painful pinch grab maneuver.
No, I'm not clamping down like a
That's what it
clamp.
looks like you're doing.
I'm not taking one of those Home Depot clamps. Like you push record.
Yes.
Like it's just one of these things. Focus on my fingers. It's just like, okay, so you do a little like that, right?
Mhm.
And then you move in for the kill. And then you just do. And then sometimes you get one of those in there, and then you do that.
Yeah, it's like sign language.
Thank you. See, older men know we need to do all these tricks because we don't last very long.
Yeah.
See, I'm more of a mouth than
No
a
more
hand
video.
guy. So,
So basically, you slobber all over it.
yeah, that's how that works.
Well,
Somebody wants HPV.
Oh,
Somebody's selfish, Bobby.
all right. What else do we?
So this pastor diddled kids or something?
A pastor has slammed fidget spinners as the work of the devil as they force the children to make the sign of the devil when they
Force
play
them.
them. Religious leader Juan Mariano Avalos
Guilty.
Is an idiot.
says the innocent-looking device is in fact one-way path straight to the devil himself.
I like how the fidget spinner is equated to like giving Satan a handy.
This guy's
Like,
running
you
out
are
of
going
ideas.
straight to fucking hell if you buy this thing.
Tony hit it right on the head. He's running out of ideas to recruit.
Yeah.
He's resorting
Fucking
to
stupid.
stupidness. No longer the appeals of heaven and living an everlasting life in heaven, it no longer can sell the idea of Christianity. Now it's fidget spinners are the work of the devil.
We're going back to fire and brimstone.
I watched the video. He's there describing, and he's actually doing it. He's
Fucking
showing you
dipshit.
how you do the devil maneuver, and I'm like, well, dude, it's how you're spinning it. You could spin it limitless ways. You're choosing to spin it to accommodate your discussion.
You could shove
your
it up your ass
dialogue.
too.
If I drank my drink like that, am I Starbucks making me throw the sign of the devil?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Satan.
yeah, exactly. All right, what else does it say?
He uploaded the controversial video explaining
Something
something
bad.
popped up in front, explaining his theory that spinners come from the dark side and children should be stopped from playing with them. The
Spinners are fun sometimes. I mean, Nicole's probably a spinner, right?
I would figure with her acrobatic prowess. The fidget spinner, which is a toy that is made to relieve stress and nervous energy for those with concentration problems, has become a global fad with youngsters. The pastor from Paraguay holds up one of the spinners and shows different ways of using it.
He's a dipshit. That's just that's the end of the story. The dude's a fucking idiot. The fact that we are still doing these kind of looking for symbolism like it's a fucking Dan Brown novel in these goddamn energy drinks or these toys or any of this shit. Fucking buy a gun and kill yourself.
You know what? It's funny that you bring up the whole Dan Brown novel because I blame him for these types of people. Because he mainstreamed the idea of the Illuminati and conspiracy ideas. Now everybody's finding symbolism,
his was
diabolical.
well done.
Now everyone's finding diabolical symbolism in everything. You see the way that Mexican guy painted my ceiling?
But
he's obviously painting murals of the devil on my ceiling. Look at the
uses
swirls.
brush strokes of the six.
Yeah.
Jesus. Just fucking kill yourself. Save everyone the wasted energy that you consume in this world by breathing.
So aggressive.
Fuck
Are you
these
talking to your
people.
mom again?
No.
What else do we have in the news, Bob?
Nebraska mail carrier pile includes a century-old letter. A Nebraska postal worker going through a stack of mail made an odd discovery, a letter that was mailed before World War I. Larry Schultz was sorting the mail on his route in Lincoln June 14th when he found the letter with a 2-cent stamp and an envelope that appeared to have been...
A snap?
Snap.
Oh.
Stamp.
Nail snap.
Snap. That appeared to have been opened with a letter opener. It had been mailed June 1st, 1941 from Iowa.
Something's got to be done about your kids. Go ahead. What else did it say?
Probably someone found this letter in either an attic or maybe in some boxes and didn't know what to do with it, so just dropped it in a mailbox somewhere. Lincoln Post Office manager Todd Case told the Lincoln Journey-Star.
Or, and
time
here's an
travel.
idea, you suck at your fucking job.
No,
Marty
Thomas,
McFly's coming.
Thomas, let's think more realistic about this.
Okay.
Honestly, it could be on the night that so-and-so went back, he gets shot by terrorists. And something's got to be done about the future because of the kids.
Because of the kids.
Former Lincoln Post.
You know, it is 1914. That is when World War I started.
Yeah. Oh.
Someone was warning.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, what else does it say?
Former Lincoln postmaster Doug Emery says the letter can get lost in the mail or sit around in a dead post office.
No shit.
You think, what a dumbass.
For 100 years.
But
how does something get lost for 100 years? Oh, look what I found, guys. It slipped between the cracks here.
You know, that guy, too, was like, I know I fucking mailed that thing. And somebody was giving him shit.
Yes. Like, what if it was important? What is it like, hey,
here's the last of the mortgage payments. Hopefully you don't lose the house. I regret to inform you that your father has passed.
Yeah, this is
Please come to California to claim the inheritance.
This is the type of stuff that Dr. Sam Beckett went back in time to fix.
And he probably should have,
quantum leap.
because the 3-letter page had some historical significance. The recipient was the first woman to be a member of the U.S. Electoral College to bring an election vote to Washington, D.C. in 1921.
We're not letting this woman vote. Fuck her.
Ziggy messed up. This is Dr. Sam Beckett needed to fix this. This is one of those things. I guarantee it.
Those votes included some that were cast by women for the first time.
Yeah, they were literally trying to screw over female voting. No, fucking hide that letter.
It was the 1921 version of hacking the election.
This could have changed the course of history.
Human events. Theoretically.
Wow. That guy really dropped the ball. What else do we have in the news?
What else do we have in the news? Our last story is human error caused teen to fall 25 feet from New York park ride. Authorities say a 14-year-old Delaware girl's action caused her to fall from a New York amusement park ride and land in the arms of bystanders.
Oh,
so it
that's
was
sexy.
her fault.
Oh.
Warren Sheriff Lieutenant Stephen Stockdale tell the Post Star of Glen Falls that human error was part of the teen caused her to slip under the metal restraining bar of the
Are you struggling, Bob?
What?
Are you struggling?
A little bit. I'm tired. Restraining bar of the Sky Ride gondola while riding with her brother Saturday at Six Flags Great Escape.
Sounds like a porno.
She did escape.
Called Great
The
Escape.
ride.
Okay. Yeah. The girl dangled briefly while her brother held her. The ride was stopped. She stopped about 25 feet into
the brother did hold on to her?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a trooper.
The girl was taken to an Albany hospital with unspecified injuries. Police say the ride was functioning properly.
No, I don't think so.
Park officials said the ride remains closed Monday pending an internal review.
So wait, this is
That's it?
This is journalism. A girl fell. More to come eventually. But here's the news, dude. What happened? A woman fell. Why? Don't know.
Don't know. What? Where's the hard hitting? The hard hitting.
Where's any other question?
No. Where's the hard hitting news? Was she hot?
Couldn't tell you.
For a 14-year-old?
Oh, was she 14? Oh.
Oh.
My bad. That's gonna be cut.
That's gonna be cut.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to see a 14-year-old hung by her head? Because that's in the video.
Oh, Bob. Please.
Jesus Christ.
Radio has changed our lives.
All right, thank you everybody for listening. We'll be back after the studio has been gutted. And then we're going to return with Andrew's Funk.
Oh, ugh.
Thank you for listening to The Rain Man Show with your host, Michael Flores, with hosts Tony Sabal and Thomas Cowley, Andrew Spindler with the news, audio guru Dustin Lucas, produced by Michael Flores and Dustin Lucas. The Rain Man Show is a Cazador Productions and Rain Man Digital broadcast production. For all things Rain Man, go to rainmanshow.com.